When I tell you Charmed by Clairo has become one of the most listened to albums of this year for me, I'm being so real and so honest with you. This album, I still have no words. And the reason why I cannot keep going and I can't keep adding albums to this list is because I'm stuck on this damn album. When did this come out? I think it came out in July or something. I have said this is the perfect fall album because I feel so damn cozy listening to this at this time of year. Yeah, it came out July 12th, which is crazy to me. What is it called? The apple cinnamon candle from Yankee Candle goodness. And just a hug and love. Now, Nomad as the first song leaned more so to me on the indie side. It kind of felt like something that Pete Yorn would do. Granted, I haven't heard a lot of Pete Yorn's music, but that's what it kind of felt like to me. The fairy-like harmonies just tickled my ear as I listened. Her voice was very soft and welcoming. I love the breakdown on the bridge with the drums. The bridge gives you a preview of kind of a solid ground and a feeling for what's to come throughout the rest of the journey that we go in instrumental wise. As we go into Sexy to Someone, I have to say the chorus to this song has been such an earworm. Very steady beat and great instrumentation. I love the flute that goes off and the piano in the background. So good, so tasteful. I need a reason to get out of the house. I resonate with this song. I really like the lyrics too. Second Nature has a really good beat to it. It's very laid back. I said in my notes that the instrumental kind of feels like a merry-go-round, which it does just a little bit. But you know, like the fun feeling that you get when you're just vibing along with the ride. I think that's what it kind of felt like. The da-da-dums are so catchy. Slow dance, the drums on this one were also stuck in my head. A lot of this album was stuck in my head. I'm not gonna lie. Echo has been repeating since yesterday, but that's because I feel like Echo is very Halloween, but Slow Dance is a very easygoing song. Thank You is a low-key diss track because she says straight up, I knew kind of sort of firsthand that this was not gonna last. I love that so much. Thank You feels similar to a lot of the music that I grew up listening to, because when it starts, I don't know, this is kind of random. When the song starts, it sounds like a song that the Jackson 5 would do, specifically off of their Christmas album. Terrapin is one of my favorites too. This 3-song run with Thank You, Terrapin, and Juna, Insanity. It's so freaking just chef's kiss. It's so freaking good. It's the smoothest song. It makes me feel like I'm at a coffee shop in the fall, but at night, and they're kind of having a neo soul night. And I also feel the same way about Juna. When I tell you Juna is that one, even thinking about that song just gave me chills. But that song is one of those where I honestly want to inject it into my veins. That's how good this freaking song is. I have played it like 12 million times. I will continue. I already know not only the album, but this song is definitely going to rank in my end of the year list on Apple Music because incredible. But the You Know Me is the cherry on top. Yeah, it's a great pick for a single. Everything about this song is basically perfect. The beat, the feeling of the song. This is one of my favorite songs in this entire challenge so far that I've listened to because words, how do I use them when it comes to the song? Add Up My Love was another really good pick for a single. It's one of the more upbeat songs on the album and I really enjoyed it. It's also one of my favorites in terms of the lyrics too, because it's just like, am I doing enough for you? Is this good enough for you. And it's also that separation that can happen when something happens between a couple. Like when you just need that time and space to yourself to go through your own emotions. And this is actually something that's really relatable. Man, I could get so deep into this topic, but especially in relationships and within yourself, can be times where your partner pisses you off so badly and straight up it's something that they did. But also on the other side of that, it can be, what am I really mad at and what's the deeper issue here? Let me take some time to myself to figure that out. And I think that's so just relatable. Echo, the Halloween song, as I like to call it, it is so fitting for this time of year. In my notes, I also said that it's very adventure time as well as very Yo Gabba Gabba. I mean that as a compliment, I promise, because both of those shows slap. Amazing. Wonderful. I will not tolerate any Yo Gabba Gabba slander in the comments or anything like that. I need to watch the new season. Yeah, I don't got no kids. I have no kids. And I'm willing to pay to watch the new season, which I need to do. Also said that I could see Marlene, the vampire queen, singing this song. Very haunty, spooky vibes, and I'm really, really into the song. This song actually made me want an entire Halloween EP from Clairo, because I think that would really be good. In terms of the lyrics, our love was meant to be shared, but it goes nowhere. Also was a lyric that really stuck with me. And if I told the world I needed you, would you hear your name echo? It's so good. Glory of the Snow, I liked the shuffling. The production really reminded me of Charlie Brown. Most of the time, I don't know where these thoughts come from. They just happen. I'm sorry. I wrote that her perspective and writing on love is very interesting. It's very eclectic, I think, and she has such a unique way of expressing what's going on in the relationship during the writing of the song. She has such a unique view on how to portray what she's feeling. And it's one of my favorite parts of the album, which definitely goes into Pier 4. Maybe possibly has my favorite lyrics. Just a very artistic and delicate way of describing her thoughts and what she's going through and what she's feeling. Pier 4 was a really good album closer too. Like, why is it so good? The lyrics are amazing. Like I mentioned in my first initial review for the album in my music vlog that I did, a lot of the instrumental elements in the album really reminded me of things that I used to listen to when I was younger. Living with my parents, a lot of things instrumental wise really sat with me because I was used to hearing those things, but with a more modern twist, a little bit of folk and indie thrown in there, that's what takes it to this different level of something that I haven't heard before. And you take all of that and you pair that with Clairo's just beautiful way of writing, and you honestly have one of my favorite albums of the year. I cannot stop replaying this. I was this close to buying the vinyl in Target the other day. I think it was like $34 or something though. So I was like, I will probably wait for a little bit just to see if the price drops. But this is definitely an album that I want to add to my vinyl list. The quality is to the sky. The quality is so amazing on the album that I'm so in love with it. Songs like Juna and Charm as a whole is an example of why I'm literally doing this challenge. I want to keep listening to things like this and falling deeply in love with albums like this. It's gonna happen eventually if I can stop playing this over and over again. I'm telling you, Cleo Soul with Rose in the Dark and with Charm, Cleo and Clairo, I have been replaying those albums over and over again just because I have been in a mood to really listen to some like cleansing, healing music. And these two albums have been on replay for the past 2 weeks, I think. Yeah, so far I'm in love. And I need to listen to some different things because Clairo and Cleo got me right now and I cannot escape. I am not upset, but I also need to expand my horizons, which is the whole entire point of this challenge that I'm doing. So I will get out of this repeating cycle of listening to these two albums over and over again. I promise it'll happen. Maybe not today, but it'll happen.